I had a guy that saw my rear remotes that I made for my tractor and said that I should do a video because maybe other people want to do that and don't realize just exactly how simple that is. So in order for this to work, you've got to have a tractor that's set up for a backhoe to attach, one way or another. Doesn't really matter what brand, they're all going to be similar, but it's got to have some hydraulics to the rear of the tractor. So I'll just take you through quick what I built and how that works. It's really easier than you think, and it's well worth the money. If you have a tractor like mine, I have an L48 Kubota, which has the backhoe's not a 3-point attach. It's a solid attached frame, but it's a quick attach deal. So it's a great little tractor, and probably Kubota makes remote kits for it. I don't know. It's getting old enough where stuff's a little harder to come by, and I'm just really thrifty. So I did it this way, and it cost me, I'm sure a lot less than it would have to go to Kubota. I don't remember what it cost, but it was not bad. And I bought, all new stuff to do it with. So here's just a quick glimpse of how that works. All right, so here they are. I put them on the tractor. I tried to do a video while I was handling them, but they're awful heavy. So they mount. I made this bracket, and they bolt on. I put keyholes. I replaced a couple of bolts that hold the fender on with shoulder bolts, and I put like keyholes there. But I know that's, if you don't have a machine shop at your disposal, you can't do that. But the point is, mount them somehow. I did it this way so that I can take them off easy, so that when I turn around to use the backhoe, they're not always, my leg would be up against them. So you could mount them up higher or something if you needed to just mount them permanently. Or you could just take the bolts out when you want to take them off. That would work too. This way, I just disconnect them, lift them off, and that's done. But for mine, this is an L48 Kubota. And I had to do a little research and talk to some guys that know Kubotas and a little bit of interneting, stuff like Googleizing and whatnot. And it turns out that on this tractor, anyways, this is a supply and this is a return. And I believe this is a second supply for other functions. Some functions are there, some are here, type of thing. So what I did, and another thing you have to research ahead of time on your particular tractor, this tractor's an open center hydraulics circuit. So anything that you have that you attach has to be an open center valve, so that when you're not moving any levers, the hydraulic fluid flows through the valve and returns to tank all the time. It needs to flow all the time. It can't be a closed center valve, which when you're not touching it, this would be shut off and you just pressurize that side. For whatever reason, that doesn't work with an open center tractor. And I think most modern equipment is open center, but I don't know that for sure. So find that out if you're doing something other than an L48 Kubota, because that's really all I can speak to here. But all this is a Prince hydraulic valve. You can get them, lots of places on the internet. They're everywhere. I went with a dual. You can go with a single set of remotes. You can go with 4 or 6 or whatever. They make them, huge ones all the way up. I don't know how big, but you can also go smaller. You can go with lower flow. I'll tell you, the only reason I went with this was because simple, whatever size that fitting was, which I also had to learn on the internet. I figured out what the threads were, and I just bought hose that size, and then I figured out what valve took that size hose fitting. So that's how I sized it, right or wrong. It could be half that size, I'm sure, because all you're doing is, moving a little hydraulic cylinder. So it's not a big flow demand, but anyways, that's how I decided what to go with. So anyway, you put however you want to mount it, you get the thing mounted, and then you just connect your hoses just like you do your backhoe. And then you flip the lever here. This tractor in particular, this is the position that you use it in when you're using the backhoe. So just like the backhoe, you have to shut the engine off, make your connections, flip the switch, and then start the engine back up, and it works. But this particular tractor, there's a second valve you have to move for the backhoe over here, and I don't move this valve because I'm not using this port. I only move that valve over there. So right or wrong, I can tell you that it works. I've put a lot of hours on it with no problem. So that's for what that's worth. And if you have questions or if you want to point out any stupid things I did wrong, then go ahead and put them in the comments. And if you find this to be helpful, then click subscribe and click on the little belly thing there, and you'll see when I have new videos pop up. All right, that's that.